but I think in some years, if United give him the tools to work as he wants, I think in 3, 4, 5 years United will be in the top as well, fighting with City, with Real Madrid, with these teams.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. Today we have a very special one-on-one interview. We are joined by Gonçalo Gregório, a man who played under Ruben Amorim at 2 different clubs. Gonçalo, how are you doing?
Very good. You?
I'm very well, thank you. There's loads to talk about, obviously. Thank you so much for coming on. It's great to be able to speak to someone who's played for Ruben Amorim at a very early point in his career at Casa Pia and then at Braga B as well. You had great success playing alongside him, playing for him, should I say, at those clubs, scoring loads of goals. Just let's first of all talk a little bit about him as a person and what Manchester United's new manager is as a man. How would you describe his personality? What would you say how he comes across as a person?
I think a very, very honest guy, very good energy. I think he can get the best of the people around him, as the team that is working with him, like the staff and the players. And has a very good heart, and I think that's a man with very values.
Yeah, I mean it's good to hear. Obviously, I think that's something that United fans are all looking forward to. So if we sort of go back to where you two first met. Now he was the head coach at Casa Pia, where you were playing in the 2018-19 season. I think he scored 22 goals in 18 matches in that season. Obviously, a very prolific season for you. When he came in as manager, is it true that he didn't quite have his full coaching badges yet, and there was some, kind of controversy with that?
Yeah, it was true. He was just like making the internship, like a sort of internship. But we all knew that he was the main coach. But he had a little bit of problems because because of the rules, he couldn't stand up in the games. But he was living the games in a very strong way. So it was very hard to him to don't stand up and to don't give some information to the players in the middle of the game. So we had a little bit. He was struggling with that because the federation was being federation was being really hard on him. He had a little bit of problems with that, but the situation with the players were very good. We all knew that he was the main coach, and we were very happy with him.
It's amazing that, isn't it? And there was reports as well that early on in his career, you lost a couple of games, and that he kind of said that if you lose the next game, that he would quit. Is that true?
Yeah, we thought so. We were not sure, but because of this situation, and the club was a club that was really, with the direction and the president were together for a long time, so they knew what they wanted, and the situation was not good for them because he didn't have the main license to be the coach, and we lost I think we lost the first one, and the second, I'm not sure, but I think it was a draw in home. And because we had a team that we wanted to fight for promotion, and we heard that if we didn't get a win the next match, maybe, I don't know if he will be fired, but he will be in a complicated position for sure.
I hope that doesn't happen at United. If he has a bad start, I hope that we can all just sort of calm down and he keeps his job for a long time. In terms of from a sort of tactical perspective, obviously you scored some loads of goals under Ruben Amorim in those seasons that you played underneath him. What, from a tactical perspective, can Manchester United fans expect? Not necessarily the formation, but is he someone that is very sort of detail oriented when it comes to his tactics?
We can expect that he gives a lot of mobility and freedom to the players. He gives them some ideas that what he wanted. He spoke about that in one interview I saw. It was in the stadium of Old Trafford, and he spoke about that he didn't know about the results, but the fans will see an idea. And this idea is an idea of what he wants, like the way he press, the way he wants the players to approach the game. And after that, he gives this idea the way he wants the midfielders to position in the midfield, the way he wants the strikers to make some deep moves that he loves to work. After, it's the decision of the players. So, but mainly he gives a lot of good energy to the players and a lot of freedom.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you were playing under him and he was just coming through, like I said, he didn't even have all of his coaching badges yet. Did you think that, 6 years later, he'd be managing Manchester United? Did it feel as though, was it obvious that he was sort of a special coach, or has his career sort of shocked you how well he's done?
Personally, I felt that he was special. I thought that because of his way of being as a person, not tactically, not of course he had good ideas and all of these things, but I had a lot of coaches that had good ideas. But for me, the different thing that he has, it's the way he connects the people around him, and the aura and the energy that he put us together. I didn't know that he was going to reach a high level so soon, for sure, because it was like the jobs that he had. He was really successful in a very short period. So I was not expecting that, but I was expecting that he was having a very good career. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I know you don't play in Portugal now. You play with Noah. You played against Chelsea recently as well, didn't you, in the Europa Conference? But you're a Portuguese man. Obviously, you know how Ruben Amorim is sort of spoken about in Portugal. What is the feeling about him as a manager? Because obviously 20 years ago or so, you had Jose Mourinho leaving Portugal and coming to the Premier League. Now Ruben Amorim is making that jump as well. What's the feeling around Portugal of how sort of successful and how big of a manager Ruben Amorim can become?
Speaking about the Sporting fans, I think they are very thankful to him. Normally, when a coach goes out, there is not so much like love and support for this kind of job, But in this case, it was different, mainly because of this thing that I told you, that he connects too much the people around him, and he managed to do that to the fans as well. So he just had the support things and the encouragement messages from the fans and all around the people. About the Portugal fans and Portugal people, we live too much to football. It's a country that loves too much football, and it's the main sport in Portugal. And I think we are all very excited to see this journey of him, because we followed United for a long time because of Cristiano, of course, and now we have like a second life to live and to see what is going on about United. We're all cheering for him, and we hope that he achieves very good things. That I'm positive he will.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm hopeful anyway. In talking about his tactics and how he sort of changed what he was doing. The 3-4-3 formation that people talk about is something that Man United have never really played a 3 at the back formation before. I think a lot of people are very excited about it. How quickly do you think a team can learn a 3 at the back formation? Because didn't he change to the 3 at the back formation at Casa Pia? That was part of his change in formation was there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he didn't start like that. He started as a 4-4-2. But then we had these two results, and he was seeing that the game was not so fluid like this. We were not playing so good, and he changed a little bit in the next game that we won for 4-0 away, and after we had a break. The championship stopped, and we played with a second league division that was one division up, comparing with us, and we tried this 3-4-3. I think we draw or we won this game. It was against Mafra, and he felt that the team enjoyed, and we spoke with him. We said that we liked this version of the team, and he listens to players, and he enjoyed as well. And after that, he just built his team around this, and we construct some very good ideas about this formation, and beginning on that result, he started to use that for the rest of his career. Of course, he improved that system, and has a lot of variability, because it can change it can change, depends on the opponent, of course, because we have to prepare every match in a different way. But the main formation is 3-4-3, and it started in that third game that we had in the championship.
It's amazing that it all came from not winning those first two matches, and then the winning started, the formation changed, and now he's bringing that formation to Manchester United. As a sort of tactician and from a tactical perspective, how much detail does Ruben Amorim bring? Because I think one thing that's interesting is United have always had managers, and Ruben Amorim is a head coach. It's not the same role. Is that because he is so focused on tactics? How much will the United players be learning in terms of which runs to make, which passes to make? Is he really focused on the very small details?
Yeah, he is, and he likes to do that in the video as well. If you are 2 meters late, or 2 meters that you should not be there, he's gonna say it to you. Even if you are like the players with the biggest morale, like Bruno or Rashford, he will say to these guys, or he will say to the guys that are more young, like Garnacho or Maino. He will say to all the players, because he treats the same, and he starts to gain the respect of the group because of this, because he treats always the guys with the same respect and the same energy, and he will give them the positioning that he wants, that is not 2 or 3 meters different that he wants, and he will say that. But like the players will see that the position that he wants will lead them to the victories and to the wins that they want. So they will start to believe in him, and they will start to respect this, and they will change that. This will work, and I think they will get some good wins and some good things for United fans.
Brilliant. I mean, you mentioned a few names there. Obviously, it seems like you're quite well aware of the United squad. Looking at the players that we have in terms of Rashford and Garnacho and Højlund, Bruno, etc., the whole team, which players do you think will work really well under sort of Amorim's tactics? Because I think a lot of people are worried that where do the wingers fit in if we're playing wing backs? Does Garnacho and Rashford have an obvious place in the team? Who do you think this new formation will suit?
Personally, I think there is no one safe, if I can say that. No one has a secure place in the team right now, because this is what he is more strong. He believes in every player of the team, and if one guy is better than the other, he will put him. No matter who is, But I think in the midfield of 2, I think Bruno will play a little bit at front, like where Pedro Gonçalves used to play in Sporting, because he's very good playing between the lines, to find these pockets. And I think Rashford and Højlund, they are very strong in the deep moves, so he can use them at striker or close to the striker. And of course, he will get the best of the other players. So I think everyone has to be prepared, because he will see. Even Anthony can have a second life now in United, despite his not so good performances. But I think as well Casemiro and Maino are good options for the midfield to play with 2. Ugarte as well, because he's more familiar with the way Sporting was playing, because he was with Amorim in Sporting. So I think all of them have the possibility and the potential, and they are if they are in the top, they are very smart players, not just technically but physically, but also they are good in thinking the game. So if they use this, they will be very helpful for the coach.
Brilliant. I mean, just finally, obviously we've seen how he's sort of risen through the ranks so quickly as a manager. What do you see as his potential at Manchester United? Do you think he's a manager that's capable of challenging Pep Guardiola for Premier League titles? Do you think of him as someone that could go in the Champions League and go head to head with an Ancelotti? Maybe not this season or next season, but whilst he's at Manchester United.
I think if United give him time to build the way he wants things, I think it's capable and is capable, and for sure he will give a lot of joys to United fans. And I think that's one point that he wanted to come to United, because United is in a place right now that he can jump for, and he can make the things on his own way. You know, he wants to build all the things that he knows, and he wants that he will work. Also, in the next periods, maybe going to find 1, 2, 3 players to make the team stronger, and with time build their mechanisms, their tactic things, and the way he puts the defense with the team. But I think in some years, if United give him the tools to work as he wants, I think in 3, 4, 5 years United will be in the top as well, fighting with City, with Real Madrid, with these teams.
Brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on and joining us and giving us that wisdom and that experience of playing for Ruben Amorim. Thank you very much, Gonçalo, for coming on.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. It was a pleasure.
Thank you once again to Gonçalo Gregório for coming onto the channel and letting us know what it is like to play for Ruben Amorim. Get your thoughts in the comments below and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you in a bit.